All right, some of y'all heard that Michael Jordan invested in the prison industry. I don't know if that's true. I heard it was, heard it wasn't. But that's not important. What's important is investing in the prison industry. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. I've been studying this since 1994. My youngest brother, who I love dearly, Kenny, was locked up and sent to federal prison, serving a life sentence on a drug charge. This happened in 94. Today, it's September 2015, and he's still in prison on a drug charge. Never hit nobody, never pulled out a gun and shot nobody, anything like that. But he's serving life without the possibility of parole. When that happened, it made me study the prison system. And what I found is so shocking that I've lost jobs, I've lost contracts. There are people that don't call me back. It is really deep. And hopefully I can get this out. It may take more than one time, but I want you to listen because what I'm saying is factual. You can look it up. Socrates said you can argue with ideas and you can argue with theories, but you can't argue with fact. So what I'm sharing with you is a fact, and this is my first time ever saying it on video. But what I found when my brother was locked up, I started doing a lot of research, and I found that there is an abundance, billions of dollars actually being made in the prison system. I know you hear about it now, but this is back in 1994, 95, 96 when I really started looking into it. And my discoveries were so deep that I didn't see anybody else. I was wondering why people wasn't trying to research this. And then I found out in the late 90s, Johnny Cochran started doing papers on it. And I was so excited. I said, finally, somebody is getting into this. And then next thing I know, Johnny Cochran dies. This is really deep. In around 1993, 94, there started being a lot of young people being locked up and sentenced to adult prison. Here in the state of Georgia, it was 1994 when they passed Senate Bill 440. Senate Bill 440 said that at the rightful age of 13, you could be locked up and sentenced in adult prison for what they call the 7 deadly sins, which are very questionable. But when they started locking up these 13, 14-year-old kids, the prison system boomed. The money from the prison system all over the country. In fact, in 1996, two of the largest privatization companies in America, ACA, American Corrections Corporation, and CCA, Corrections Corporation of America, became two of the top companies on Wall Street, blue chip companies on Wall Street. And this is 1996. You can look this up. How in the world did they become so popular and get so much money on Wall Street? You know why? Because they started locking up your kids, your 13, for our kids, our 13, 14, 15-year-old kids who you already know their mindset is not that of an adult. According to all these studies, and I've researched this too, the prefrontal cortex of the brain is not fully developed until you're in your early 20s. This is a part of our curriculum and has been a part of our curriculum since 1999. So it's nothing that I'm finding out that's new. But what's sad about it is that we're still falling through the cracks because somebody is trying to make sure that you and your kids are not aware of what's happening. And we went so far into this, I'm going to share something with you that to this day, I haven't heard anybody else talk about. I've been on here 4 minutes, so I'm going to cut it off, and it'll be a part 2 in a second.